In this video, we're going to look at how to select a theme. To select a theme from the WordPress dashboard, we're going to go to the Appearance option and select Themes. This will bring up a list of current installed themes. Now, obviously, we're not using all these themes. The one that is being used will be indicated at the top left here. So that's the theme we're currently using. Before we make any changes or go searching for themes, let's see what the current website looks like. Right now, just using the 2011 theme. Go back to our themes. If I want to choose a different theme, I have some other themes installed here, but starting out, we may not have other themes installed. So let's go look how we add a new theme. And click on the Add New option. And then we get a screen of lots of different themes. It defaults to showing us featured themes at the moment. You can also search for the most popular themes or the latest themes by clicking these options here across the top. If we want to be even more selective in our themes, we can click on the Feature Filter option, and this gives us a bunch of checkboxes. We can choose either the colors, the type of layout we want, some of the features we want in our theme. You may or may not be familiar with some of these features. I wouldn't worry too much about it unless you already know what these are about and you want to select based on that. Or you can also select themes by subject. Now I've selected brown and responsive layout. Once I've made my selection in the Feature Filtered screen, I click on Apply Filters, and then we'll go out there and do a search based on the filters I have turned on. It comes back with themes that meet that criteria, and it will show you the number of themes up here in the top left area. I can glance down through here. If I find one that I like, I can choose to use that. Let's look how we actually use a theme that shows up here. I'm going to go back to Featured Themes. Actually, I'm not seeing the one that I want to actually use here. It may have been under Popular Themes. By the way, when I go to some of these options, I'm under Popular right now. It will indicate if any of these themes have already been installed via this blue bar across the top of the theme. Let's go to Latest. There's what I want to use. I'm going to use this Canyon Themes. I can simply install it from here if I know I want to use it. When I find out more details, I click on that option. And I'll give you more explanation down here on the left-hand side about that theme, as well as show you a preview of that theme on the right-hand side. I can install from here. I'm going to close this and just go back to here, install from this. Now, once a theme has been installed, it doesn't necessarily mean that, it doesn't mean that it's being used. It's just it's available now to be used. So you see it successfully installed the theme. Let's go back to Themes. And you'll see it listed here now as an installed theme. Anything that shows up when I click on Themes under Appearance, these are all the installed themes. I do recommend not having this many installed. Usually you just want the one theme that you're using installed. Now that I have this theme selected, to actually activate it and make it the one that the site is using, I click on this Activate option. It becomes the one on the top left, which is always our active theme. Now if I want to see the site, I'm going to jump to a different tab that is on the site already and choose to refresh. And you can see what this website now looks like with this new themes. I have found when you change themes, there will always be things that you need to either update or change to make it look right. For example, I'd want to make sure that this expresses information about my business versus the theme that I'm being used. And you want to put in content here. And the way you put content in there will vary from theme to theme. Another thing I've noticed over the years working with clients, they see a theme that looks really nice in the preview, they install it and activate it, but when they activate it on their own site, it looks nothing like they saw in this little preview for these little thumbnails that show up. Some do better than others, and that's because not all things will come with default data. After you install a theme and activate it, you may need to plug in some information, some pictures, pages, or posts to actually make use of those specific features of that theme. So that's how you select a theme. That's how you go search for a theme, find a theme that works for your site, install it, and then activate it.